Hello and welcome to episode 15, I believe this is. Let me just check on that. Yeah, 15 of my Let's Play Vanilla Minecraft. I am KHM, and as you can see in front of me, I have found a village. But more than that, I have found a temple. So let's go explore the temple. Now I have really cracked and beaten up armor. But, we should be fine. Right? Just a quick idea of what's down here waiting for us. Sounds like, some zombie is having a bad day. Huh. Okay, now if I remember correctly, we don't want to go down that way. Ah, yes, here we go. Some free dynamite. Never a bad thing. Okay, we got some gold, a bone, more gold, zombie flesh, more zombie flesh. Okay, so this wasn't a particularly good find. Although the sandstone might be good. Probably want to come back here and just tear this entire place apart. Let's see, what do we have to put down? Well, I'll throw down a jack-o'-lantern to light up the area. And then we'll use cobblestone to get back out. Okay. Well, that was rather disappointing. Anyway, I'm going to build a minecart track going to this village, so we can get to and from fairly quickly. I think I'm going to continue exploring off camera. I don't think you guys really want to see that. It's probably going to be boring as hell. So, be back when I have something else of interest. Oops, that was the wrong button. Alright, before I got too far ahead of myself, I kind of wanted to document some of the changes that I've made around here. Whoa! Stupid skeleton. Sky started building a floating island over there. I'm not entirely sure what she's planning to do with that. But anyway, I was having problems getting into the doors, so I moved the buttons to this block here, and underneath this block it's connected to a RS NOR latch, which has a redstone going up to the doors. So, let's see, how can I get out of here safely? So, when I push this button here, it will hold the doors open until I step on these pressure pads. Yeah. So the pressure pads toggle the RS NOR latch down there to close the doors. And since the pressure pads themselves are right next to the doors, they directly power the doors, meaning that they'll open just fine from that side still. So no more getting stuck outside for me. Let's see what else. I don't know if I already showed you this, but I built a enchanting room in here. Although I don't really like the looks of it, I'm probably gonna move it. I filled out this control panel a bit more, and put instead of using signs, I decided to use the item frames to show what you get. It's a lot faster than reading a sign. Although not everything's hooked up yet, just so far the melon and the pumpkin ones are the only ones that are hooked up to anything. I completed this wall over here. I've been trying to figure out what I was going to build in here. Originally I was planning like a minecart station, but this area is just way too big for a minecart station. I could easily fit a minecart station of sufficient size in 1/4 the space. So, after a little bit of thinking, I've decided what I really need is a tree farm. So, I might build a tree farm here. For that, I'm going to need a lot of ice for the design I have in mind. So, what I've been doing is up here, I've extended this walkway outside. I'm going to build kind of this tunnel thing that goes all the way to the snow biome. The reason for this is, one, it's safer than going outside, and two, the way I've been gathering my ice really isn't all that great. I've been getting my ice from there, as you can see, and there was a lake here, but I completely harvested it. Same over there. There's not a whole lot of ice left to get. So I'm going to be building an ice tray here. I'm going to be using stone for it because I can use a silk shovel. I've got a lot of shovels with silk touch on them, and shovels do not break through it all that quickly, but they break through ice pretty much instantly, so that'll work out quite nicely. Haven't quite fully decided how I'm going to do this. But I'm probably going to build it similar to the way Etho did his. Although, instead of using dispensers to dispense the water sources from buckets, probably just going to use pistons holding back water sources. Simpler, easier, more reliable, I think. What else? Oh yeah, I built a staircase over here leading into what will be the animal farm. So have a staircase going down to here. It's kind of interesting. I like the effect of the diagonal staircase over there, and I was hoping to achieve that again here. But it doesn't really look all that great, to be honest with you. And I'm probably going to put some sort of shell or something over the 5 o'clock there, so I don't have to look at it. Although, it doesn't actually bother me all that much. Who knows, I might just leave it as is. It doesn't bother me nearly as much as the staircase does. I need to do something about the staircase. I've put the lights in the walls, so now only requires one trapdoor to cover it on the inside. But it also has the advantage of providing light for outside as well. So that's kind of cool. Still have a lot of lighting issues inside. Sky suggested that I try a chandelier there, so I built one. See how it would look. It's kind of alright. It's really not a good solution for lighting up the ground, though, but does a fairly decent job lighting up the ceiling. Might build a few more of them. No idea what I'm gonna do here. I might move the minecart station to like over here, or maybe have some sort of like small decorative garden thing here. I don't know. And I'll probably have the minecart station here and like a tree farm over here. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see how it turns out, I guess. Was something else. I can't quite remember what it was. Oh well. I'll go ahead and pause the recording until I have something more to show. Alright, I finished building the ice maker. Doesn't really look like too much, but when I push this button, all the pistons come down. The whole area fills up with water, and then after 10 seconds, the pistons come back up, allowing the water to freeze. I have half slabs over everything to discourage mob spawns. And down here, I have all the pistons hooked up to this redstone here. They all go to this vertical RS NOR latch. I also have it hooked up to this monostable circuit, which sends a pulse down this down this chain of redstone repeaters, which act as my timer. And, well, I said it was 10 seconds, but it's actually less than that, I believe. Yeah. I might have this set wrong. Okay, no, never mind. I'm reading it backwards. It's actually one repeater short of 10 seconds, so it's, I don't know, 10.9, 10.8, I don't really want to calculate it. Seconds, or 9 points, whatever. Anyway, point is it's about 10 seconds. Is how long the pistons stay down for. And the ice will form. And once it's all iced over, as you can see I've already done a batch to test it out. Once it's all done, I can just take this shovel with Silk Touch and just break the ice. And as you can see, it doesn't really break the blocks. Oops. So I don't have to worry about that. Didn't actually mean to do that. Let's see if I can fix that. Yep. Okay, and it will re-ice over. Works out quite well. I will get all the ice I'll need from here, and I'll be completely safe because nothing will spawn. Now the control panel over here, I'm not entirely sure how I want it to look. Currently got stone with a wooden button. The stone button didn't stand out enough, so I made a wooden one. But I don't really like the looks of that. Maybe a wooden panel with a stone button? I don't know, I'll try different things off camera. Alright. as you can see, I've finished the tree farm. I originally planned on having ice all along there, but then I realized the lights there would melt all the ice, so I didn't put any there. Let's see. I set it up for 3 rows. Although, when I use all 3, I seem to lose a lot of saplings, so I might just take it out or ignore it or something. Anyway, the idea behind it is I have this long line of trees. I can go down the whole line, chop down the trees. The items that or the decaying leaves will drop their stuff down into this thing here. And then instead of having to run around back and forth continuously to pick it all up, I can just come down here and retrieve them. Light this up a little bit more. Now, this is only a temporary solution to picking up the items. I haven't quite come up with a more permanent way yet. I made this staircase going to it. I'm not too happy with it, but it's better than the diagonal one there. Oh, I also changed the stairs along the edge here to stone. The wood kind of blended in too much, so thought I would change it. And actually I kind of like it. This place is beginning to look a bit more presentable. Although there's still some blaring issues. The lights. Oh, is it getting to be nighttime? It is, okay. As you can see, sky was on earlier. Wait, is she still on? I thought she left. Got some sort of tree thing going on over there. I guess she's AFK. Okay. Well, that's a bit of a bummer. Maybe we can run up here and get a side view of what it is that I wanted to show. I've worked on the outside of this a bit. As you can see, it's kind of a rounded tube. The walkway is kind of a round tube. Or has at least got rounded edges there. And I have pillars to support it. And the structure itself over there is held up by 4 thicker pillar things. Although you can't really see them from here. At least not too well. Got one right there. And that one right there. So it's not just magically floating in the air, as most of my stuff normally is. When I first started growing trees there, I forgot to build the ceiling thing and had this really freaking huge one. Took me a while to bring it down. And then I used it to build a roof. Well, granted, it required more than just it, but anyway. I figured that was the best way to get revenge for it. Or on it. And, well, this house is starting to really take some shape. And I'm thinking in this space here, build a minecart station. Although, I might come up with something else to occupy the same space, since there's no way a minecart station would take up this much room. Been thinking about doing some exploring, maybe trying to find a mushroom island. Don't know, I'll probably do that between episodes maybe, if I feel like it. And it's raining. Oh, joy of joys. Well, actually, I like the rain. And since it's night, and I wasn't planning to venture out, it doesn't really matter. But still, it creates a lot of sound, or noise, for the recording. But I can always turn that down. Need to eat. As you can see, I've started eating steak. I've got several stacks of it, and figured out just, whoa. That probably wasn't too smart of me. Anyway, so yeah, I've started eating the steak that I have. There was something else. Oh yeah, I came up with a rather interesting solution to the problem of using ice to carry things in a direction infinitely while having items pour in like this. Normally if I was to just use that, I would have dead spots periodically in between the water streams where items could not be moved from. But I came up with this solution here. Have blocks over them, over those dead spots, and a water source on top of those blocks that quite nicely make up for the dead space. You can see there's a dead space right here. If I toss the steak here, and instead of getting stuck in the dead space, I end up picking it up because I'm a complete idiot. Back away. Anyway, so you can see, instead of being caught in dead space, it gets moved right along. Which is really quite nice. And, solution I'll have to make use of at some point. I've also collected an absurd amount of ice. Because, like I said, I was originally planning to plate that whole bottom thing with ice, but turns out it wasn't needed. It's a crap ton of ice. I was kind of thinking of maybe putting it underneath of all these half slabs to increase movement speed over them. But I'm not sure. Just kind of undecided about that. I'll have to think about it. Been kind of thinking about replacing this with a stone brick, which would mean I'd need to go out and hunt down some clay. Might try that. Alright, I'm gonna go... Oops. Alright, what was I saying? It's way past my bedtime. So my brain's not quite firing on all cylinders. Right, bricks. Brick. Clay, find clay. Oh. Ow. Wasn't able to save the wood in time. Oh well. It's fairly cheap. And now that I have a proper tree farm that is safe for me to gather wood from. I don't have to worry about dealing with mobs, and I have basically, for all intents and purposes, an unlimited supply of wood. And currently it doesn't even cost me any bone meal because the trees are growing fast enough to keep up with my wood supply, or my wood demand. As you can see, got lots of wood. So yeah. Oh. Wow, it's dawn. I must have been talking for 10 minutes or so. Yeah, I'm gonna go get some clay. Alright, well, it didn't take me as long as I thought it would, to switch out the material that this is made out of and, you know, find the clay for it. Clay was just quite literally just right over there in that swamp area. So, this is kind of what it looks like. Definitely adds to the colors, so it's not quite the uniform gray blob that it was before. Kind of cool. I like it, I think. Suppose I'll need a little bit more time to decide if it's truly a good change. As you saw, Sky came back. Yep. Let's go have a look outside. That, thing now. So I probably could have jumped that gap. That would have been a nasty fall. So you can see it's on top of thick pillars. Support the weight. I was kind of debating about putting one in the center as well. And then we have this walkway here that's also supported by little pillars. That's about it, really. Just trying to make it look good both on the inside and the outside. Not quite sure how well I succeeded. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video until I have something else to show. Alright, as you can probably tell from my movements here, I have put ice underneath the walkway of the floor here. And it does increase movement speed noticeably. You can sort of tell when there's suddenly not ice under me. So that's cool. Move around a lot faster, so long as I move on this walkway here. Also slip around a bit, which is kind of interesting. I've been thinking about how I'm going to do the minecart station. I think I'm going to build a bigger one, or a more elaborate one than the one I had in the Nether. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build an automatic minecart dispenser. And so I kind of built a prototype of what I have in mind here. Basically what this is minecarts come up here, they get stored in this stack here. And it's interesting that they're all lined up right now, facing that way, because a minute ago they were all facing that way. Wonder why they turned. Anyway, they're all held up by a trapdoor, which is above a powered rail. Now, I originally had the trapdoor here, but apparently the power rail will grab a minecart that's anywhere within 2 blocks above it, so they would just teleport through the trapdoor, which was interesting. Anyway, I have the trapdoor hooked up to a monostable circuit, which has a button on it. So when I push the button, it dispenses minecarts. You see how that one is? It's basically how they all were when I walked away. But they all seem to be turning, that's interesting. Huh. That is interesting. Oh, it doesn't really matter what way they face, the track will fix it, no matter which direction they're actually facing on the stack. That one just turned. It did. Anyway. So I think I'm probably going to use this dispenser setup to dispense minecarts. I'll probably work on the station a bit in the next episode. I've kind of been working... Whoa. I've kind of been working on things off camera a lot lately, and as a result, the episodes are suffering in quantity. Although they're probably really good on quality. Or at least, you know, content. Although there is probably a lot of me saying ums and ers in it. But that can't be avoided, as that I have ADD and my brain is all over the place, normally. So, let's do something, right, end the episode. So, once again, I am KHM, and we'll see you in the next episode.